Republic of Ireland and Sheffield United defender Enda Stevens. Good afternoon.
How are you? You all right?
Yeah, good, thanks, Enda. We'll talk about Ireland in a bit, but you must be thrilled with the way the season's going with Sheffield United. We have you live tomorrow and Off the Ball here on News Talk. Sheffield United against Manchester United. You played in every game, and it must be such a thrill at the moment to be playing in the Premier League.
Yeah, definitely. We've got off to a good start, as you said, and it's the league we wanted to be playing in. We worked our nuts off to get there, and it's just good that we've got off to a positive start, and now we can look forward to Sunday, a big game at home against Man United.
Have you thought yet, Enda, how you're going to deal with Daniel James?
You deal with them players the same way you do with any other. You got to do your homework on them, and we've worked on it in training, and we'll find a way to play against them, and more importantly, we'll find a way to hopefully win the game.
So 7 years ago, Enda, you played for Aston Villa against Manchester United. It was your full debut. They had Wayne Rooney, they had Robin van Persie, they had Paul Scholes. Would you fear them less now?
Yeah, you gotta fear. You gotta have a sense of fear. With most teams in the Premier League, you know, they've got players that can hurt you, and players that can pounce on mistakes. So we've got to just be at it and play our way. And the thing is with us is that we'll go out to attack them. We'll go out to cause them all sorts of problems. And as I said, we'll go out to win the game.
You're talking about attack there, and Dave McGoldrick has been great for you, as has John Egan at the back. Is there a good sense of camaraderie between the whole Irish lads at Sheffield United? Yeah,
definitely. The one thing you'd say about our team is the dressing room. It's a really close-knit dressing room, and we're all friends on and off the pitch. We all work well together. We all enjoy each other's company, and that's the main thing.
7 years ago, you played for Aston Villa. You've gone through the whole rigmarole of English football. You were in League Two with Portsmouth, then you battled your way back up to the top level. How did you work to get yourself back up to the top level of English football, Enda? Because I'm sure there were some challenging days. How did you make it the second time around?
Just through kind of trial and error. Made mistakes, you know. When we time with Aston Villa, I wouldn't say I was the best professional out there, and I told on the pitch. Although I got my chance and I played a few games there, I never really sustained that level of performance that warranted to be a Premier League footballer, and I kind of had to. It came to a stage where I was really fighting for my career, and the chance to get down to Portsmouth came, and from there on in, it was kind of all positive, you know.
What did you do differently? Was it training? Was it work ethic? What was it?
It was a bit of everything. I needed guidance, and I didn't really feel I had that guidance at Aston Villa. I was a young kid that came over from Ireland, and I needed kind of more help than what I received. Now, I'm not saying it will put it down to a manager or a coach or anything like that, because at the end of the day, it comes down to the individual and the footballer. But I was just kind of one of them players that needed more help and needed tough love, maybe, and I got that with Paul Cook. He just gave me that tough love, and he backed me, and he got me as fit as I could, and he coached me. He told me really how to play the position, especially left back. I played there most of my life, but I only really started to learn the position inside out when I played under him. He's that good of a coach, and then I just went from strength to strength. Then, and I kicked on again with Sheffield, and I learned a whole different aspect of the game under Chris Wilder that's benefited me even more so.
What's the Premier League like now, 7 years on, and like the level must be such a step above? Do you really feel it during games, like the pace of games, the opponents you're facing, that this is really the elite?
Yeah, it is, but the good thing is that we're holding our own, you know.
Yeah.
We're causing teams problems, and we're showing we have a way of playing them, and we're causing Premier League teams problems with the way we play. It's not. We'll always look at them and we'll always respect them, but we look at how we can actually hurt these teams, and that's the most enjoyable part about playing the Premier League.
You must have having some good yarns from all your time in English football. League Two at Portsmouth, you were on loan quite a lot. Any good stories that come to mind, Enda?
Good stories in a way of what, like. A good story is that winning the league down in Portsmouth on the last day.
Yeah.
It meant an awful lot to them fans. You know, it it was a fan-run club at that time before the new owners came in, and you just kind of had that sense of the relief just kind of lifted off the whole club's shoulders when we finally got them out of League Two, and you had fans crying on the pitch and that after because it meant that much to them. So that was probably one of the biggest highlights, yeah.
Have you kind of thought about Tuesday night? Have you thought about Monday night? On Tuesday and then subsequent days. What did Mick McCarthy say after the game against Denmark?
It was just tough one to take, just because we kind of played well, and it was just kind of the final throw that let us down, the final ball and that was the most disappointing thing about it. But he was just saying, like, if we play like that, going into the playoffs will be a force to be reckoned with, and we'll have a good chance of qualifying, and that's the main thing. Like, that was a cup final. We didn't lose the game as such, but the result didn't take us to where we wanted to go. But we've got another chance now to March, and we've got to be confident. We've got to look forward to it, and we've got to move on.
I think we played our best football under Mick on Monday night, and it's maybe taken a while to come around and to gel into that performance. Did you see it coming, that kind of performance? Do people need to be a bit more patient around the team performing like that and getting into a rhythm with Mick?
Yeah, I think what the big thing when the gaffer came in was that he didn't have that sense of a friendly to embed his style of play or how he wanted us to play, and we were straight into it. We were thrown straight into it with the two games, I think, with Georgia and Gibraltar, and we needed to get the results, and we did. And I think, as you can kind of sense, like, we played really well against Denmark. We played really well at home against Switzerland, and we're unbeaten at home in the Aviva in the whole group stage. And there's a short amount of games, but I think over time you'll probably see a sense of this squad like getting better and better, and that's kind of down to the manager and what he's brought in.
Do you think then that maybe the fans and everybody's passionate about Ireland, that we maybe need to give the team and make it a bit more credit than we have been?
Yes and no, because the fans are the ones that keep the players on their toes. We don't want to settle for a second best, and we don't, and that's right from the fans. They want to see the nation doing well, and we want to do well for them. It's the pressure you know to come when you're playing for your country, and that's what you want. You need that pressure as a footballer. So I wouldn't really change that at all. Fans are entitled to their opinion. They want to support the country and the major tournaments, and we want to play in the major tournaments. So they've got to keep pushing us on, and vice versa. We've got to keep pushing them on and giving them a bit of success to go and celebrate and see us winning games.
To get that success, and they were going to have to beat Slovakia away and then win away to either Northern Ireland or Bosnia, it's not inconceivable that you might be meeting up with your fellow Irishman, Michael O'Neill. He was a great influence, I'm sure, for you, Shamrock Rovers.
Yeah. I had a great time under him. Obviously, we won 2 league titles under him, and he's moved on now to the Stoke job. It's full credit to him. It's been a long time coming, a move like that for him. He's been excellent with the national team, and he taught me a lot in my Shamrock Rovers days, and it's just good to see him kind of get the recognition that he deserved.
Does it sit well with everybody? Has everybody kind of got their heads around the fact that Mick will be going soon? That, we get to the Euros or we don't qualify, and then Stephen Kenny coming in, does that kind of sit well with everybody? Just the kind of, you getting used to a manager and then there's a new manager coming in?
If I'm honest, it's not really the talk. Our talk is more focused on the games. We just want to, our whole focus on the week's training is preparing for the Denmark game, and that's our fully focus, is to qualify for these Euros. There's a lot of lads in there that really, really want to do well, and they really are pushing to get in the team and just to qualify. It's a big opportunity for us, and there's one we can't really let slip.
You're a proud Dub, and to play in the Aviva Stadium at a European Championship, it will probably be beyond your and everybody else's wildest dreams.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Especially like for myself and the likes of John Egan and a few people that were probably far away from thinking it could happen 2 or 3 years ago. So now that we have it within our fingers, we don't want to let it slip,
Did you watch the 5 in a row in September when the Dubs beat the Kerry in the replay?
Yeah, I watched it, yeah. My family are big Dublin fans. Growing up as a kid, that was like our religion. We'd go to the Dublin games.
Were you man for the hill, Enda?
Were
you man for the hill?
I was, until my dad's knees got a bit rocky and he took us into the what was the other stand? The Hogan
Cusick or the Hogan, yeah.
Yeah, so I used to be in the hill and my dad was able to manage it. When then the old knees went buckled, so he needed a seat, so we moved on into the Hogan stand. What
do you do to chill out? Like during your spare time, what are you interested in? Are you a rock and roll guy? Do you go to gigs? Are you a comedy guy, or is it just chilling out with Netflix? Or
no, I don't know. It's not really chill out time. We've got a young daughter at home, so I go home, I get handed a baby for a few hours, so that's kind of a thing. I like to go on walks. And I play a bit of golf anytime I can.
What's the handicap?
A solid 18, I'd say.
Very good. And I think somebody was pointing out that you're one of the fastest players in the Premier League this season. Have you done a lot of work on strength and conditioning and fitness? I'm sure there's a great academy at Sheffield United. How have you looked after the body in recent years? What's the diet like every day?
The diet was one thing that I wish I learned as younger, growing up, because it's very important, in the game. You've got to be as fit as you can. If you're not fit, you go out. And I just kind of have that. I have that routine that I keep preparing for games and training. In the week, we work really hard and we do a lot in the gym and that. And we get everything done for us. We've got a great staff here that look after you, and they're very knowledgeable. So I'm kind of guided in the right way, if you get me.
What did you have to cut out, Enda?
A lot of things.
Very good, very good. Who were your heroes growing up? Was it Paul McGrath? Was it, Steve Staunton?
I'm not that old. My heroes growing up was Roy Keane, Damien Duff, and I was going with Man United. I was always a big Ryan Giggs fan.
Oh, very good, very good. Well, Manchester United tomorrow, for anybody growing up in Dublin and playing, in the League of Ireland and then playing in the Premier League, Man United on a Sunday, I'm sure even you will still get goosebumps walking through that tunnel tomorrow, that you're playing Manchester United in the Premier League and that you deserve to be there and you got every chance and you've got to go win the game. You must be very proud.
Yeah, definitely. And you don't want it to stop. You want to continue it on, and that's what you want to do. You get the taste for it, and you have that bug now, and you just want to feel like you belong here and you want to stay here.
Well, Enda, thanks for speaking to Off the Ball. The very best luck tomorrow, Sheffield United against Manchester United, and we hope to see you in Dublin at Euro 2020.
Cheers, thanks.
Take care.